Now it'll work because I clicked on yes. Okay, guys, assume we are live
Okay.
and I'm switching us to the right view.
Great.
Yay.
Okay.
All right. Hi, everyone, I think. Welcome. We're underway in the third quarter of this match between the Bramley team and the Shearson team. We are the Berkowitz family. There's a lot of us, and we'll all say hi at some point. But we figured that since the action has just started, why don't we catch you up on what happened on the first board of this set, which was board 31. One table played in one no trump, making an over trick. The other table played in two clubs the other way, going down one. That was one imp to the Shearson team. On the second board, the East-West pair at one table bid to 4 spades, the other table stopped at 3 spades, and only 9 tricks were available. So that was 6 more imps to the Shearson team, who now have a 10 imp lead, and we are on board 33. On the left side of the screen, they got to
We don't see this, Mike.
you're not seeing the screen yet. That's okay. So Maya, can we go up to the live? Maya is our Vugraph operator. Okay, so now we're on board 33 on the left side, and Maya, can you click on the right side and just take us to the live one? We'll just try to get back to it. If we have some time later, maybe we'll look at those boards that we missed, but there wasn't anything too crazy exciting about them. And on the right side, we see a lot of bids.
Well,
So-
it went a no trump and it went double, which most people these days show a 4-card major and a longer minor.
And that looks like a good description of that West hand.
Kids.
North chose redouble. Redouble is usually some kind of penalty-ish thing. I don't know. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
2 clubs start.
Bramley had a pretty good idea what his partner's suits were.
Yeah. Yes. So 2 clubs started runouts. Pass or correct for the minors. Now it went pass, double, pass 2 diamonds, and North chose to double 2 diamonds. Would you double 2 diamonds with this North hand?
Well, he knew that there was 4 of a major on his right, so maybe he thought he was going to get him.
Yeah. Redouble, which is maybe a scramble.
Yeah, they were in trouble.
Pass 2 hearts. That double was a little bit more thunderous. Redouble is try again. And now they got to 3 clubs, which does seem to be the best spot for East and West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
For sure.
And they're going to play that one doubled.
right. Now, I think this calls for a trump lead on this auction. And he's made a very unfortunate lead of the ace of hearts.
You're a big believer that against doubled part scores, you always lead a trump no matter what you're holding, right?
And if I didn't want to lead one from here, the jack of spades certainly comes to mind.
If you were going to lead a trump, which one would you have led?
The low one. I've seen too many faces of my partner when they have the stiff king or the stiff queen.
Yeah. I'm going to say, it feels like if you're going to lead a trump, you might as well lead a low one.
This lead is absolutely catastrophic. Because now the declarer is going to take 2 hearts and 5 clubs in his hand, and he might make it.
Yeah.
At the other table, when no trump double, and Kevin Rosenberg just bid Stamen. Same auction, even though he knew one of the suits was splitting badly, and now they're in 4 hearts, which I'm not sure they can't make. Everything splits horrible.
Everything is horrible. So it seems like going for the penalty was probably the right idea.
Right, so if he let a low club, what
Leave
could
it to
declarer
mama.
do? Declarer could win it.
Play the king of diamonds.
Win it,
my-
play the
are you
king of
saying?
no, he could win it in his hand with the 10 and play a diamond.
Play a diamond, that's better,
Up,
yes.
win it. Can't play ace and a club, the diamonds are all good. So I don't know. It looks like. Is there a bridge,
Double dummy
Is it-
analysis.
I'm willing to bet that a spade lead is probably best. As Edgar would say, if somebody deals you the jack 10-9, they expect you to lead it.
Yeah.
At any rate, I think he's probably gonna make 3 clubs doubled. But it's family and he's gonna take his sweet time doing it, yeah?
Yeah, certainly double dummy right now they can make from this lead. The question is, could they make before?
From the jack of spades lead.
Yeah, I don't think they would make it on the jack of spades lead. I think they're gonna run out of tricks, but.
It would certainly be a challenge.
Do you sympathize with Max's double in the South of 3 clubs? Once his partner did not double that, what
Well,
would you have done?
I think you have to double. I mean, I don't know, it sounds like a force. Meanwhile, East West have an awful lot of high cards for this game. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about all of Debbie's bids, but she was after him. She knew she had them in one of the majors and she hoped that Max had him in one of the minors. They actually ran pretty well. Most people play when it goes double, that they could pass to get their partner's minor, and bid 2 clubs would actually show clubs, which would be much better. Bramley and Woolsey didn't untangle that, but they've managed to find their spot on the 3 level. I think he's gonna make it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Being able to play in 2 clubs with this natural club suit seems like it would be advantageous.
What was the opening bid?
One
I'm
no
not-
trump.
10 to 12.
10 to 12. I didn't realize that. Okay.
But that was 45 bits ago.
Sympathy.
So now on the other table, Platnick and Kevin are having a 2-over-1 auction.
They led the ace of hearts stat. It was a 15-point no trump anyway.
Oh, sorry. 5, 10, 15, right. In
Oh.
that case, Debbie was absolutely right in
Right,
going.
right.
after.
I,
And he should have led the jack of spades, but I would have led a trump. And I don't know if they would make it at the other table now. It's gone. They're having a 2-over-1 auction.
Mhm.
Question is, over 2 diamonds, do you splinter with the south hand? Stiff ace. What does
Mm.
everybody think?
A heart past 2 diamonds, past 3 diamonds. I don't like the splinter with the stiff ace. On this hand, with 10-3 of clubs, it feels very like your partner expects you to have a club something.
yeah. I hate splintering on a stiff ace.
As you can see, 6 diamonds is pristine and 6 hearts is very good also. Because they have a singleton opposite 3
3 little.
little and a stiff ace opposite queen 10 fourth. So if they play 6 diamonds, they have 5 diamond tricks, 5 hearts off the top, 1 spade and 1 rough is enough for 12.
Mhm.
And so now South bid 3 spades and North bid 4 clubs, which is either serious or non-serious. They've alerted it. See, people play the 3-0 is 3-0 says I sort of have to cube it. But 4 clubs says I love my hand and I want to cube it. So Kevin has said he had a great hand. I don't know if he had a great hand, but he did have a 15 count.
With a nice
People-
looking double fit.
Yes, I know some youths who would open that hand to no trump.
Are you talking about your family?
Or as my cousin Vinny would say, some youths.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been bad, although he didn't have the option, so we never got to find out what he would have done. And
What would you have
Right.
opened, Michael?
I declined to answer.
So
You
anyway,
never know if people are watching this.
he had a nice easy 2-over-1. A lot of people that are sort of intermediates or less would respond to spade.
Mhm.
The first tip we can give you is when you have enough to bid 2-over-1, start with your long suit. Don't
As
be involved. Always bid your long suit.
yes, I like the way you phrase this as your long suit. So in other words, if partner opens a diamond and we had long spades, like 6 or 7 spades, even if we had 13 points, we would bid 1 spade, not 2 clubs.
Right. So you start with your long suit, and here you immediately find your diamond fit, and you're on your way to 6 diamonds, no problem.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, where they're gonna get to. And we'll see if Max and Debbie can duplicate that. What do you think, Michael? Will they get there?
I think so.
So it's gone 4-0 and North has been 5 clubs. Oh, 4 clubs. 4-0. I
This
think
feels like key card.
feels like they're in heart key card. This
One
is
or
a problem.
4.
Well, here, if you don't splinter, you bid 3 diamonds over 2 diamonds.
Well, North has showed 1 key card.
Well, is 6 hearts so bad? No.
No, but South is just guessing he has a 6. South knew when his pawn did 4 clubs serious that he had a good hand. And South played the contract in 6 diamonds, and North will pass, I'm sure.
So often on these key card auctions, it's hard to get back to the minor, but here they've bid and raised the minor.
And they
which-
never,
Right. But they
They
never
did, they
showed.
did support.
The thing was, once Rosenberg, Kevin showed a good hand, South knew he had to have the king of diamonds. No hand could have the king, would not have that.
Yeah. Well, Kevin's thinking about it.
I don't know what he's thinking about, but
He's wondering if 6 diamonds is something weird. But I don't think it should be a try for 7. He could have bid 5 note with all the key
over
cards.
5, he could have bid 5 hearts, he could have bid 5 spades, he could have bid anything.
Yeah.
When he bid the 6th and final diamond. Kevin's just reviewing the auction to wonder, he's now scared that he didn't show his 2nd key card. But he's okay.
So at the other table, it looks like he's probably gonna make it. I guess he just has to exit with one of the high clubs after playing this.
He's gonna lose this trick, but then I don't think,
But then he has a trick on length.
yeah,
If
well,
South
he
is
doesn't
on lead.
know, because Max is gonna pitch the ace of diamonds likely. Debbie will win the king of spades and play a club through, but he'll be able to just play low safely
Yeah.
or anything.
Well, he'll cover with a 10.
He's making 4.
He's made
He's making 3. He's made a
Making
very
3.
unfortunate lead.
But again, we can rewind it and see if any of the leads would have beaten it, because some of the other leads might not have been so good either. It
I'm
might have-
saying the spade lead would beat it. But
the
I,
Jack of Spades might have beaten it.
I'm not as good as the computer.
will the computer show the result of the Jack of Spades lead?
No, yeah, if you rewind it. But. All right, so they're in 6 diamonds. John McAllister is considering what to lead. He's deciding whether to lead his ace or to lead a spade. His pawn that didn't double 3 spades, so that's a reason not to lead a spade.
We can see that it's academic, that there's no path to defeating this contract.
Right,
6 hearts isn't as good because it would have gone down on 3-1 diamonds potentially.
potentially, or 4-1 hearts, potentially. But 6 hearts should be the worst spot you ever get to.
That's fair. Back to a
Oh,
1.
so at
after
match
that, but-
points, you want to be in 6 hearts.
At match points, you'd like to be in 6 hearts. So
All right, so
Max-
my bet was that Debbie and Max get there, but we'll see.
So John did lead a spade. He knew that they didn't have 2 club tricks.
So on the left table, do we want to talk about the players a little bit? Kevin Rosenberg, obviously part of a very impressive bridge family, and also just won his first national championship. Is it his first?
I think so. It was, if you have to win one, it's a real good one to win.
Right, he won the Spin Gold,
Soloway, I think.
the Soloway.
And
so-
Brian Platnick is a great player.
Mhm.
And John Diamond is watching everything he does.
Huh.
And Brian was very instrumental in helping your dad create a good system for seeding teams for all the major events.
He had an awful lot of good ideas and opinions.
And he was a very hard worker.
With
So it's gone,
For bridge.
it's gone the same way. And Max is gonna bid 3 spades.
notice that they made an over trick because the diamonds were 2-2, so he can now rough all of the things and has 2 pitches on the hearts. So he had enough tricks to take 13 when they don't lead the ace of clubs. All right, well, we have a new board on the open room, which is the room on the left.
Yeah, looks like a strong no trump to me.
7, 10, 14, 17, yeah, 4 by triple 3. Would you overcall something red with this left hand?
It would
That's
be red, white, green, or purple to overcall with that hand. In general, when you're overcalling over a no trump, you like to have shortness somewhere.
Hmm.
Okay, so at the other table, North, Debbie has treated her hand as a non-serious, I think. Can you click on that 3-no bid, Mike?
So Maya's the one who does this, but yes, that is a non-serious slam try.
So now, but South still has glorious diamonds.
Yeah.
And he's bid 4 diamonds, and now Debbie, I would think, should take over. Because if partner opposite a non-serious slam try is interested, she has
A
the
great
World's
hand.
Fair.
Yeah.
I predict she will take over. Okay, so it's gonna go no trump pass to McAllister, who might show the majors. What do you think? Now that hand, I would show the majors because I have a singleton.
Well,
And
And you're
he shows the
balancing.
majors with 2 clubs. Is partner gonna pass him out?
I would
Pretty good.
pass on the shot.
You suddenly got your 2 club natural overcall to 1 no trump. It worked out perfectly.
Oh, John
Oh.
McAllister didn't balance. Oh, well, he is vulnerable.
He is red at imps.
I have
Yeah.
it on authority that 1 no trump pass is forcing if you have a small singleton.
Exactly right.
Regardless of form of
Whose
scoring?
authority?
Al Roth.
Regardless of form of scoring?
Regardless of anything, if they think they can make a no trump and everybody has passed it out to you and you have a small singleton, you know something.
Okay.
And there again, you got to watch your partner lead the jack of clubs and a win low queen. Very nice. Of course, it's not clear you would have done better in 2 clubs, but you probably would have done okay. At any rate, he's in 1 no trump. And
If-
he's setting up his hearts.
Mhm.
He's still got the ace of clubs to get there. And he's gonna do quite well.
Balancing
Oh,
2 clubs would
Debbie-
have prevented him from
Does
having
it
to
matter
deal
that
with
he
the
was
club
all
lead.
against not?
Yes, of course it matters that you're all against not.
We didn't
Nobody-
discuss that.
Nobody likes to go for 800.
Right.
Nobody likes to let him play. an
I
outcome
do not think he would have passed
at
if
any
he
other
was
vulnerability.
at any other
So Debbie
vulnerability.
has put themselves into 6 hearts, which
Okay.
is not as good, but it should win them an imp.
All right,
Well,
I
they're
have a
not gonna-
pizza
they're
here.
not gonna
I will
get the
be right
over
back.
trick. I don't think they're gonna get the
Ah,
over trick
pizza.
here.
Pizza, send me a slice. So it's got, Bramley is happy until the dummy hits. When your partner leads the queen of clubs and you have the ace, you say, woo-hoo.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
And
Uh,
dummy produces the king. You're just looking for that other one in dummy. Where is your other club dummy?
so now Declara has to maneuver to rough 1 club in dummy and can pitch 1 on the diamond.
Right. This.
I'm
shouldn't be-
guessing Bramley is gonna return a trump
trump.
or a spade. Either one won't matter. So it'll be 1 hard-earned imp to Rosenberg, to Debbie. For playing in the major.
Mhm.
And we know how many matches are won by an imp.
All right. So we'll see if they repeat the auction on the on the other table on 35, or do you think Bramley, we're taking bets, right? So do you think Bramley will balance one no trump pass?
Yes. Unison.
See, this is good. I like when my parents are on the same page.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean we're right.
Yes, but there, for those of you taking live bets, they're taking that one off the board. So be careful. Meanwhile, how are they doing in one no trump? It looks like they've taken 4 tricks. Will has sort of set up the clubs, except he has no entry back to them.
Yeah,
Uh,
Ryan can actually end play McAllister by playing a diamond and a diamond, but actually he can't because McAllister could exit with the queen of spades, but
well, he
none
could end play him by playing 3 rounds of spades too. So let's see, how many tricks does he have? He has 5. So can he just play like ace, king, and a spade?
he can. And now we get him another trick and he's gonna do it.
If he guesses the diamond layout, which I have not been
He'll play
following.
the king of spades, and when it goes 10 jack, McAllister has to play the queen. The card he's known to have. Oh, Johnny. Johnny. Now Platnick has a spade to play. And he's gonna end play the guy. So there's the answer here is what he had a free play of the queen of spades when his pawn played the 10.
Right.
Platnick will play a spade now. Oh no. God, everybody hates me.
Wrong again, Berkowitz.
All right, so for those of you who want the bet about Bramley balancing, it's back on the table, having seen my father's predictive capacity.
Well, Squeak, could you send Platnick a note? Is he trying to screw me? I thought he was a good, he's at, oh.
All right, so they got that hard-earned in for 6 hearts.
So East has a very nice hand
Mm-hmm.
on the next one. And he'll
Indeed.
open a heart. And I do not think Platnick will overcall vulnerable a spade opposite a past partner.
I don't think so either.
It could
And
go 1 heart past 2 hearts,
Mhm.
and McAllister is certainly worth 3 clubs as some sort of try, because he needs 2 key cards to make a slam.
Yeah. So 3 clubs is a game try until he bids again. And then it's clear that this was not just looking for game. So 3 clubs is some kind of forcing bid,
Right?
telling
It's,
partner, do you like your hand? Do you not like your hand?
oh, do you like your clubs? Do you not like your clubs?
Well, the problem is that he's not going to like his clubs.
Well, he's not liking his clubs, but if he likes his hand enough that he can bid it, he has 3 diamonds to say, I'm
Diamonds.
not sure.
So the idea is that when you make a game try, even if you don't like clubs, let's say that the
no.
West hand had a maximum, the ace of spades, the king of hearts, something like
Bramley didn't balance either.
Oh, my goodness.
Can we switch to another table?
How much did we bet?
This is
Dad,
not.
I think mom and dad owe you that pizza. They just lost all the money.
This is not going well at all
Dana.
for me.
How many times out of 100 would you balance? With
Oh, I
Bramley?
just always balance, but that's,
Well, you
that's
That's
see-
me.
because you're young
Huh.
and exuberant. How's the pizza?
It's all relative, I guess, in bridge. The pizza is delicious. My cats are very excited.
How much do they get? Do they get a full share?
No, because that would make them very sick. They're very sick little ladies.
Okay, so McAllister and Watson have settled into 4 hearts, which is a piece of cake at the other table.
Mhm.
It's gonna be the same sort of hand, 1 no trump. And Bramley got what he deserved, his partner led a club, and we'll see if Max actually end plays, but I'm predicting if they come down to the same position, Bramley will throw the queen of spades. Because he
Well,
won't let you down 5 times
Five
on one hand.
times.
so David Byrd has written the most bridge books of anyone alive. Has never tried to analyze one no Trump because it just goes too many ways. So
Right,
I-
well, yeah, it comes down to.
we'll see what it comes down to, but I'm just saying that I am not sure that I believe that we all wind up in the same position.
That's a fun David Byrd factoid. Where'd you get that?
David Byrd.
So source.
Larry wrote a book with him, so I hear this a lot.
Michael, you now work with Larry Cohen, who was Dad's bridge partner for many years.
Yes, but I don't think I knew that before I signed up to work with Larry, right?
No,
I
never.
got that one totally based on merit. But yes, it's very fun to now work with Larry, who was Dad's partner for many, many years and may or may not be listening to this. So he's the best player in the world and obviously also the best teacher in the world and the best boss in the world. And everyone who's
And
watching.
you're the son he never had.
And everyone who's watching who has Larry's email address, make sure that if he's not watching, tell him I said nice things.
All right, so we have an exciting hand on 37 coming up, only 7-5.
Wow.
Wow.
And all your points in your suits.
It's gonna go 1-0, I think.
You're 0 for 1.
He's gonna open a diamond.
Yeah, that's
Each bid 3 clubs, which is just what you wanted to hear with the West hand. Oh, partner, please bid 3 clubs.
McAllister is making up for his somewhat timid balancing act earlier with the colors reversed.
But actually, it doesn't matter. West is gonna bid 4 hearts. And he's gonna have to try to make it. And he's got some club tricks and dummy. He
Yeah,
He-
the King of Hearts is a nice card.
he should make it, right? Right, 4 hearts.
North is thrilled.
What do you think of South Platnick not bidding 3 diamonds? Would you or would you not?
I think you're regretting it now. Now you're thinking that 5 diamonds is probably a good spot.
Well, you're red on white and your partner couldn't bid again, or your partner's thinking of bidding again. Oh, he doubled. So now South will bid 5 diamonds.
Is that clear? You're 4-4-3-2.
Yeah, 100%
100%.
clear.
Okay.
Your partner vulnerable, bid again. He's got no hearts.
Yeah.
The question is whether you bid 5 diamonds or actually make a slam try of 4-no.
You're not
But I
worth
wouldn't
that.
do that. As you could see, 5 diamonds is down 1 and 4 hearts was a make. So it was right to bid and nobody can bid over that anyway. Well, McAllister might bid 5 hearts. Did McAllister bid 5 hearts?
No.
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 So
He felt
he's,
like he had bid enough. Perhaps.
he's gonna lead the king of clubs and it looks like the Clara has a heart and 2 clubs to lose.
Mhm.
Which will be good because 4 hearts was a make. But shortness bids and Kevin Rosenberg did very well to bid again, even red on white.
Yeah, that was a good double.
Well, he had a prime club holding and he was hoping his partner could bid 4 spades. And if not, if his partner passed with maybe queen, jack, third of hearts, he did have 3 aces.
Mhm.
Aces are much better than king, queens here.
So imagine the scene in the
Oh.
room. I don't know who's screen mates, but Kevin and Will Watson or Kevin and John McAllister, when the king of clubs goes low and his partner plays a club. Now Kevin is looking at 7 clubs between his hand and dummy. What happened?
He knows what happened. John McAllister is a junior.
Yeah, he's definitely at least an honorary junior for sure.
Yeah.
Now,
This will
Bram,
get a snicker even at the juniors table, I'm happy. Pretty sure.
Bramley will open a strong club on this hand, playing precision. And I still would not overcall with the south hand red on white, even though I love to get in over their strong club.
Yes.
Jan is telling us that the line through the table tells us who the screen mates are. I
Yes.
think that means Kevin and McAllister are together.
Yeah. So Kevin might withhold from laughing until he until all is revealed about the club position, because he doesn't want McAllister to know so fast that those are cashing, but it is pretty funny.
Sad.
So it's got one club, and now I think Woolsey will bid two diamonds, which shows a flat 8 to 10. Although, yeah, because white, he would have opened probably a 10 to 12 no trump. I think they play here.
So
he's
8
got
to
8 or
9.
9. His partner is going to show hearts. He's going to show 3 hearts, and his partner is going to make some move, and he's going to sign off. Is what I think is going to happen.
They'll ask about, do they have a control asking bid or something? So
I think 2 hearts just says I have hearts. It
Yeah.
may ask about it, maybe a support ask of some sort. And
how
Woolsey-
many bids until the end of the auction? This is the question.
Just a couple.
Just a couple? Okay.
He's gonna show a minimum with 3 hearts, I think. And as you could see on this particular hand, 5 hearts is even too high. Not on this hand, but you don't belong in 5 hearts.
You know,
Yeah.
the play could get interesting in diamonds, almost.
How's that?
I mean, if he leads a low diamond off, dummy, Watson might hop ace.
Well, he's a hard off.
Oh,
dummy.
low
He
hearts.
will have ace, and he can even lead a spade. It doesn't matter. None of it matters.
Yeah, I guess you're right. There's not enough. None of it matters. All right, fair enough.
Let's see, can he
I'm
throw?
gonna,
Can he eliminate
that.
things?
Can he eliminate and then play him? Maybe.
Yeah, this is getting close.
I told you that it might get interesting.
So let's see. He leads a diamond to dummy. And
Roughs
roughs
in
a
the
heart. And leads a diamond to dummy. But then he has to rough a spade. It doesn't work, does
He
it?
doesn't even have to. Yeah, he needs to.
I don't think it works. But you could always click on deep finesse.
Yeah, no, it looks like he probably can only get rid of, he like can trade off one loser for another loser, but
Sure.
it's still 2 losers. It's just a question of who he allows to win those 2 tricks.
Right, he's just going quietly. Even if they don't cover the spade, however,
No, that would do it.
yeah. That
That's
would
a
have,
good cover.
well, now wait a second, he's gonna play queen of spades and rough a spade.
Can he play the 9 of hearts and throw a club?
Yeah, he might be able to do it. Let's see. Queen of spades.
No, because yeah, 9 of hearts and throw a club. Does that do it?
No, because he roughed it.
He
McAllister.
roughed it. Good play by John.
Hey, John. You were awake for that one.
That was a good play.
That was a good try.
You know, one of the
Anyway,
things that you can learn from watching something like this is even when you're in a contract and it looks like you're going to lose 3 tricks, think about possible potential ways that you might not, because sometimes the defense will be asleep.
So meanwhile, at the other table, 3 clubs showed clubs, showed 3-card heart support, I believe. And 3 diamonds asked, 3-0, 4-3-3-3.
If I recall, you said after 2 hearts, there would only be a couple more bids.
So they wheeled it around.
So your predictive powers.
I don't know why he's asking in clubs. He's asking controls. So his partner's going to show 0 to 2 controls. So he has 5. You need 10 controls for slam, maybe 9. And he's going to know he's short controls. Oh my God, what are they doing?
They didn't have enough system to figure it out.
If he's got 2 controls, he's gone a little off the rail here. If he
Unless
shows
he's trying to play in 5 clubs. Is this a possible contract?
yeah. 5 clubs apparently to play.
Oh,
Interesting.
oh my God. I don't want to learn this system. I don't understand what they were doing. 5 clubs is also a horrible spot.
Why?
because you could lose 2 hearts and a diamond.
Yeah.
On the 10 of hearts lead, you still have to worry you're gonna lose a heart, a club, and a diamond, but God forgives you. I'm
But yeah,
not,
you were gonna have entry problems on a spade lead, weren't you?
what could you do? You're gonna win it and play a heart to the queen.
Yeah.
So at the other table, they're having another slam auction. A spade, 2 hearts, 2 spades. When you could have been 3 spades, but most people play, you need 7 of them. 2 spades, 3 spades. So now Johnny McAllister has to decide whether he's going to try for slam. There's 3-0 again. Serious. So you see, some people play 3-0 is a good slam try, and some people play it's a bad one.
It's good to know which type of partner you're playing with.
Right. Will Watson will say he likes his hand because he's got his pawn that may just need the ace of diamonds to make a slam. On this hand, his pawn has got the ace, king of hearts to throw a heart. If they lead a diamond, well, they're going to lead the king of clubs. Unless four diamonds got doubled, now they might get a diamond lead.
Hmm.
So
I mean,
with
slam
spades-
looks pretty good, but they have
spades 2-2 and
some-
hearts 3-3, it's cold. Right? You can just win the opening lead, draw a trump, play ace, king, and a heart. But I'm looking at all the hand.
right.
Really not.
Knowing that spades are 2-2 and hearts are 3-3, it feels a little different, maybe.
Right,
A
you can-
diamond lead is the lead to make it really annoying because now you can't really test hearts that
And
much.
you could try a heart to the jack. It's very reasonable. So McAllister, Will has redoubled to say he has first round diamond control. Don't worry about diamonds. So Bramley's sigh of relief, something went off the rails there very badly. But they survived.
Ooh. 4 diamonds, doubled, redoubled. Okay, 4 hearts.
Yeah, I don't think they were gonna. That was not to play the Cupid.
And now a redouble there. Do you guys play that as showing something specific, like a first round diamond control?
Yes, because I would show a second round diamond control if I didn't have a club control. And if I didn't have first round diamond control, I would not redouble. So McAllister has given up. He's shown a strong hand, and slam is only fair. But one of my general rules with slam hands is that good trump have to push.
That makes sense. It is hard to think of slam with Will's hand with 8/3 of trump.
So it's gone a diamond pass a no trump. Bart Bramley passed when John McAllister bid 3 clubs. Goes to show you. Woolsey will surely bid 4 heart. Oh, he's bidding 2 diamonds. That shows.
majors.
Yeah, I would disagree. Because you don't want to play spades. But in fact, I think he's planning on bidding over 2 spades, 4 hearts to show this kind of hand. The problem is that north-south could get into diamonds before they untangle it.
Mhm. What about, well, what do you play for like 3 spades? Would that promise 4 of them? Would that be lawful?
No, my partner showed 5. If I have 3, I could bid 3 spades. I play 3 spades here is like mixed or up to weak.
Right, so the question is, would West over that 4 hearts? I guess probably still, to show that you have a lot more hearts.
West is going to bid 4 hearts next, no matter what.
Through spades, alert.
So
Maybe
Debbie bid
3
2
diamonds there.
spades on the right over the 2 diamond overcall.
Right, she bid where she lived. She was hoping her partner could bid 3-0 or something. But
So you
Max-
play 2 spades as sort of a natural something
Yeah,
as opposed to, okay.
I bid where I live. And now Woolsey's certainly going to bid 4 hearts.
So at the other table, we saw they were in 4 spades only, so they did not try to make 6. They played it safely to make 5.
Right.
But if they have to make 6, they may make it depending on how they choose to attack the heart suit.
So it went 4 hearts and Debbie passed. And it went past, and Max has a very hard 5 diamond pin to make here. I mean, he knows his, whoops, he sold to 4 hearts, which is not gonna be good. Debbie had to lead a low diamond to beat it, and naturally she didn't. So that's gonna be a big swing to Bramley. Assuming Woolsey makes it, let's see.
Yeah, so there's 2 spades and a club.
Right, because he has 2 club pitches. And so he only has 1 club pitch. He has 2 club pitches. He's gonna, he actually may have to play a spade to the 10 to make it. Yeah,
Because the entry,
yeah, he doesn't have the entries to do enough.
I can lead a club now, see what happens.
Well, they're gonna take it. They should take it. And now Max should play the 2 to say, don't play spades. But I think Woolsey will guess this at the end. Meanwhile, at the other table, they're bidding along. It's gone a heart, a spade. 2 hearts. 3 heart cubed. Pass 3 spades. McAllister has seen his partner's vulnerable overcalls, like his queen of hearts. So he packed it in. Now in spades, they're gonna lose. Well, spades has got a lot of finesses to take. Some diamond finesse, some club finesses, and he could lose a rough. So now Woolsey has to decide how to play this hand. Debbie has done right. She's played another club, another diamond. So Woolsey's gonna take 2 pitches, and he's gonna have to decide what to do in spades. To make it, he's gonna have to play a spade to the 10.
He could also get away with playing a 3rd round of clubs.
Hey,
Yeah,
Daniel, it's Chris. All right. I was able to talk to Mackenzie a little bit
Oh,
about
Chris, I think you
the
gotta mute
round
yourself.
robin issue.
Chris,
Chris,
We might just have
Maya,
all the people,
can you mute Chris?
but we remember what happened with the
Or tell her
juniors
that
when we
she's,
did that, of
being,
when they
broadcast to the
accidentally
world.
sat down at the wrong seat and had the wrong partner. And we're a little concerned with that happening with the extra confusion of the rooms.
Oh no, Chris is
so
now the host too. This
I-
might be a problem.
we're concerned about that one too. So we'd like to at least explore what you were talking about of having the sort of like
at the table.
database commands, do you know what I mean, ready to go in advance.
okay, so now,
So
He's
again,
got-
definitely not now, wait till gal or whatever, you know what I mean? Like you said, we have a
Has-
week to figure this
has to
out,
be
but
part
let's
of
at
the-
least figure out a time
Yes.
to talk about this and figure out, but we would
Don't
love.
say anything that's gonna get you fired, please. We don't want you. There we go.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a very professional
Okay.
conversation.
Chris is
It couldn't have
very
been much worse.
professional in all regards, but when you don't know you're being broadcast.
okay, that was 10 imps, that was a
Eight
nice
imps.
swing for Bramley there.
Folks will be here for many weeks. So by the end of this, it'll be a smooth operation.
Well, you won't be
Yes.
here next week.
Right, particularly if people.
We'll be
get fired,
there.
that's
We'll
a-
be commenting on you, DB.
Oh, very good. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. Please be gentle.
All right, so we have.
And I'm playing in seclusion.
We'll make fun
No
of,
one's gonna watch
we'll
me.
make
and
fun
when I
of
play.
Adam.
Well, yes, I mean, whatever you dish out, I will hear of, and I will return the favor. when you're
I told you I'm playing in seclusion.
Yeah, that's totally an option, Mom.
Yes.
So
don't you-
also the 3 of us, Mom, Dad, and I are all playing in this tournament. So we're threatening each other with reprisals. Should any of the commentary go astray? And Michael, it sounds like, has taken it upon himself to ensure that everything will be commentated upon.
Yes, and
Hey, Mike.
I get to look at all four hands, so I will not touch a wrong card.
Tell if anybody's actually watching us.
We know how many people are watching only on Twitch, but I don't know how many people are watching on Lovebridge. And thank you to everyone. I know we're making fun of the fact that we've had some technical issues, but it is a lot of hard work to put these things on, and all the people who've done it, Chris, Maya,
And the
Jim
reason,
Martell,
it's so
have done a
hard is
great job.
because of security issues that we are very sensitive to.
Sure.
So at the other table, good news for you, Michael. You can
Yes.
watch Woolsey and Bramley relay for 10 rounds.
Oh, God.
Well, so this hand, I can report from one of the other matches at least. Maybe we can see all of the different matches, but Finn Kolesnik and Ish reached 7 spades on these cards. So a lot of excitement.
Is that the second time today they've reached 7 when the opponents are in like a game?
Actually, 7 spades, yeah, I think you have to play a heart to the jack, right? If they lead a diamond, let's see.
Well,
Otherwise, 6
Well, that will
spades,
lose.
5
Oh, because
hearts,
you don't have enough pitches.
you can
yeah.
make. A diamond lead will beat you. Nothing will beat you actually, right?
Well,
You
the
have
heart to the
6
jack
spades,
doesn't work.
6
A heart to
spades,
the jack does not work.
6 spades, 5 hearts, and 2 aces. But the correct play in hearts is a heart to the jack, I believe. Did they make it?
He did.
He did. Well, if I were him, I would send him a message to say, save your luck for the next match. I wouldn't want to be in 7 spades on these cards. So what's happened on the other hand? It's gone 1 diamond, 1 spade, 2-0, 3-0. And
So this
Kevin
is-
Rosenberg, having heard them bid diamonds and spades, has led a heart.
He's let
I
his
would
middle
say
heart.
yes.
Which Platnick is happy about. The problem is DeClaire has too many high cards in the dummy.
Yeah, dummy has a 10 count. So 18 opposite 10 is
Well,
gonna
Ponder
make
could
it
have,
tough.
you could get lucky. Ponder could have 1 high card plus the jack of hearts fourth. But
Yeah.
he sees his partner's led the 5 of hearts. That's a strange card. What could it be from? It's got to be second highest. It can't. DeClaire has to have what he
The
has.
jack.
Partner can't have jack 9 fourth of hearts. He would have led a lower one. Okay, so Bramley and Woolsey are relaying away. And let's see if they can do better than the last time. If they get to 7 spades, they'll probably make it.
You're still just trying to decide how you were going to play it in 7 spades.
Well, if you get a diamond lead, you won't make it. But if you get any other lead, you can cash the ace king of spades and see that you only need 4 heart tricks, right? A 6 and a rough is 7, 8, 9.
No.
Yeah, you need 4 heart tricks, I think. Yeah.
No, because you can't rough anything in the how are you going to rough in the dummy?
Oh yeah, well, you could have troubles there. Yeah, so you might take a hard finesse. At any rate, they're thinking about it. But meanwhile, Woolsey should know that they don't really have his
By the way,
a strong club.
you know, we're not commenting on all of these alerts that happen in the Woolsey and Bramley system, because if you were to play against them, for example, and you're sitting down and someone says, oh, we play a lot of stuff, and they'll alert everything. Well, you don't care unless you might make a lead directing bid. So you would wait end of the auction and then ask them what everything meant, because you really don't want them to realize that something has gone wrong. It's just right form to wait until the end.
We can find out what the alerts mean now.
We can find out what the alerts mean. And let's see, 2 clubs is an artificial game forcing relay. 2 diamonds, some side suit with exactly 4 cards. 2 hearts is a relay. 3 diamonds is 4 clubs and 0 or 1 hearts. 3 hearts is a relay. 3 no trump is exactly 6, 1, 2, 4. 4 spades is a natural slam try, and 4 no trump is 0 or 3 key cards for spades. But if you just asked at the end, they would tell you that East is known to be 6-1-2-4, and whatever, however, with 0 or 3 key cards for spades. They could tell you all of that at the end, and you don't have to worry yourself thinking about what all these bits mean and why are you playing bridge and why is this such a silly game. Because really, you don't have to learn your opponent's system, you just have to find out what they learned by the end.
Meanwhile, you might notice that Bramley and Woolsey have played 8 boards, and I don't think anyone's preempted yet, which might be a record.
Even though that, Bramley had the same hand that John McAllister found a 3 club preempt on. It's
But Woolsey hasn't had anything. So
surprising.
they're
that he-
playing 6 spades from the spade side, and they're going to get the king of clubs lead, which should make life, I guess, better. It
So
leaves
with the king of
ace
clubs
diamond.
lead, you can try to rough a couple of clubs,
Well,
but you can't quite do it.
Max knows that the Clara has 4 clubs. He might well lead a diamond. He just has no idea what the dummy has. He might lead a 10 of hearts also.
Right. Dummy has shown nothing.
He led the king of clubs.
Not unreasonably.
No, for sure. But Bramley's going to pick up a slam swing, although he
Yeah.
would have lost a slam swing to Finn. Goes to show you got to be in the right place at the right time.
It is fun. So for those of you who are watching on Love Bridge, you can see how everyone did on each of the boards. If you click over if you scroll down for a second, you can show them that on the bottom is a scorecard. And you can also see boards for each board, what the results were. So if you scroll up a little bit and click on a board. So this is the scorecard for this match that we're looking at right now. So we can see how each board was played here. Scroll up a little bit, we see boards and running score. And if we click on boards, running score, I'm not sure. That's the total score for each of them, each of the matches. So if this had become a blowout, we could switch to some other match. But this is a nice tight match that's been fun to watch. On boards, you can see how everyone did on each one. So if we scroll down to this board, we could see that, what board are we playing? This is board
38 is a good one.
38. So we scroll down and we can see that in the tables that it's finished at, 4 spades was a very popular contract. 6 spades was bid about 3 times. And 7 spades, as Donna mentioned, was bid once in a fit of youthful exuberance.
And what about the hand where you had to bid 5 diamonds over 4 hearts?
How are things going?
That was another exciting hand.
So the one where you bid 5 diamonds over 4 hearts was board 37.
Yeah, so how were the results there?
All over the place, as you would expect. 4 hearts doubled a couple times, 5 hearts doubled, 5 diamonds undoubled we saw, 5 diamonds doubled, which went down 2. That was good defense. Most of the time 5 diamonds went down 1, and a couple of
How could it go down
outliers.
2? It's impossible.
We're not going to look at that. We're not going to worry about it. We don't
Yeah.
care how weird results happen. I always am sympathetic to people who are being view-graphed, right? We all make mistakes that we would rather not have.
Many of us are very uncomfortable.
By the way, did see somebody but was in 4 spades doubled because they decided to show their 5-card spade suit.
Yeah. So I would say that
What is that, 5 clubs or 5s? I can't see.
5 spades doubled.
Ugh.
Maybe they misclicked. That's what we're gonna say. Because again, we don't want all of our bids ever made on
All right, so
Dan and I have a solution. We pay no attention to Vugraph. We just read
so it's
whenever we
gone,
can.
it's gone at the other
We just
table.
lost Dana.
It's gone a heart of spade, 2 clubs, which is normal, 2 diamonds, 4 suit game forcing. 3 clubs, I have 5 of those. 3 hearts, I have some of those. 3 spades, I have a cubid. 4 diamonds, I really have a cubid. And 4 hearts, let's play there.
No, East West was playing 3-0 is serious, so 4 diamonds is not seem
But
like
What
it's
is our
not-
score?
on this particular hand, I mean, 6 spades needs the queen of spades to come down. 6 hearts needs a lot more.
Yeah, hearts is not as good a contract as spades.
Well, you got all those clubs to deal with. This is not gonna be a fun hand to play, but he's gonna, I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, he's got problems.
Well, he could play a spade to the ace and rough another club, ace, king of diamonds, rough a diamond, rough another club, and play a spade to the king and pray. I think he's sort of what he's gonna do.
Spade, rough. Spade to the king.
Here we go. At the other table, Woolsey has gotten himself to 4 spades, which if South shifts to a club, he's gonna make it. So North on the ace of hearts has to play like the 10 to say, please don't play a club. The 8, pretty high one. You don't want your partner to play a club. Please don't play a club. But
Right,
Max doesn't have a lot of good things he's gonna play, but I predict he'll try the queen of diamonds. If he plays a spade, if he plays anything but a diamond, they're gonna make it.
Yeah, that's a hard play.
Well, that's why North played a high one to dissuade partner from playing clubs.
And I think probably the reason that she didn't play the 10 is that the 10 might have been a trick.
Right, the player could have Jack 9 third. So Max has to make a key play here. Meanwhile, McAllister is having his troubles. He should have roughed the diamond and roughed the club with the ace of hearts, I think.
Nice play by Max.
Nice play, Max.
See, we're seeing some good stuff happen. They did a
Yeah.
nice slam.
Excellent defense by Max and Debbie.
Yes. A key signal and the right switch. That spade suit is a classic example of a frozen suit. Whoever plays it is going to lose a trick in that suit. Is going to give up a trick in that suit.
The spade suit on the right.
The spade suit on the right. Yes, sorry, we're looking at the 4 spade contract on the
Yeah.
right.
Can you explain why that is?
No, you explain why it is.
So check it out. So if the West player, dummy, plays a spade, then they have to lose either the Jack or King of Spades. Because no matter what declarer does, it's unavoidable.
Hello.
If he played a spade to the 10, he would lose to the Jack.
Against the
Here, he's gonna lose to the King
Okay.
eventually.
It's-
But if Debbie, when Max played it, then declarer doesn't have to lose any tricks whatsoever.
I've got food sorter ready.
It's one of the many reasons that we don't like playing new suits whenever we can avoid it. If,
Uh,
as a defender, you want declarer to play as many new suits as possible. And that's why we were saying that Max as South had to find the only suit that was safe to play. It wasn't really about attacking, although yes, it set up a diamond trick for them. It was about the idea that every other suit sets up a trick for declarer.
So Debbie's in. She's gonna play, no reason to play a diamond. She'll play a club. She's got a
He has
safe.
to play a club, right?
She has to play a club.
She
Yeah.
doesn't, yeah. She doesn't have to play a club, really, but she will.
Well,
did.
if she plays like a spade or a heart, can't he rough and draw trump and set up the diamond?
So what? Yes, he still has a club loser at the end,
Oh, that's true. He doesn't have enough pitches.
Oh, okay.
but that was excellent defense.
Very nicely done to save.
That's the kind of vulnerable game you want to get to. I mean, sometimes something good happens in diamonds, something good happens in clubs, who knows? I mean, it's probably 30 or 40% game, but vulnerable games you like to bet. Meanwhile, McAllister's running into trouble over here, but I think he's okay. Yeah, he's taking his 9th trick. I'm not sure. Next time he'll say to Will, when you have 7 of them, that's Trump, please.
I thought it was don't put 8 card suits down in dummy.
Right, well, you don't like to do that either. But he did have ace-third of the suit as partner, but
Yes. They'll be relieved that they made this game. It was not so easy.
right. So they've opened a strong club. And now I'm not sure what their responses are. I think they bid it maybe a no trump to show clubs. And then they're going to relay 63 times and end up in 3-0. Oh, they showed a heart.
All of your predictions have been wrong so far.
Oh,
So
no.
I expect a nice 1 club 3-0 all pass auction. or
heart
something.
is 8-10, any shape. And
Predicting
now,
that Barton Kit are going to have a long auction is maybe not the most bold.
no,
prediction.
guaranteed it's going to go 1-0 relay. One
Yeah.
spade relay. Okay, now they're going to go along the line.
So again, we'll go back and revisit it at the end about what we know from the auction, because it's just not worth figuring it out as it goes along. Let them have their little discussion and then you'll figure it out later.
The other table, it could get exciting. South should open 1 heart, although, yeah, I know people who would open that too. I'm not one of them.
I mean, your reputation is that this is a 2-heart bid for you.
Oh,
No,
stop.
please.
No, it is not. He did play precision for most of his life.
That's true. Your second seat red, though, it is the conservative position, but even in that circumstance, because you had
Only
aces.
the
and kings.
Granovetters and Sandy
And I
Trent
think,
and
well, Kevin Rosenberg has an interesting choice here, but I think he's going to force the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you
that's
played
just-
three, if you
that's
played
just-
3 clubs was natural and invitational, would you try that or it's too good?
No, it's a
I
king
think you're
because
too
I have
good.
king and a heart.
I think
Yep.
it-
I
king-
agree.
It's too good.
And I do as well. And I do like that treatment, though. 1 heart past 3 clubs. Don't tell Marty Bergen. That would be natural invitational. And if you move the king of hearts into the spades, then you might be talking. So you had 3, 1, 2, 6, 2,
correct.
7. That would now
would-
be
that would
a worse
be-
hand.
Definitely not as good a hand.
This hand got better because of the king doubleton of hearts. That's a
it.
good holding in partner suit.
I totally agree. Adam Kaplan and I now have the express agreement that when we play, we make a jump shift that's natural and invitational. We do not have honor doubleton and partner suit of any kind.
That's
So-
a good agreement, DB.
Thank you.
Connie and I don't have a lot of agreements. We do play 3 clubs here would be natural and invitational. But I don't think either one of us would bid it with this hand.
It's good to be on the same page about what these things mean. You know, what does it mean when I have an invitational hand opposite in a different suit than your opening bid? What
Correct.
does it mean if you have if you make a help suit game try? What's a good holding in that suit? Is queen third a good holding? You know, was too little a good holding?
Yeah.
It's nice to have these kinds of conversations about what we mean when we are making these bids.
No, I'm first coming back to bridge and I like to know what my 1 bids mean. I'm not what my 3 bids mean.
So it's very interesting if we're playing imps, but if we're playing match points, we want to be in those majors. So we don't really want to necessarily introduce those club suits. And I know a lot of our watchers are more match point players.
I'm
so
giving Dad back a seat, just a
Okay.
sec. No,
Okay.
take your seat.
you're moving back to the side.
I'm
And
moving.
as Dad predicted, we had many bids before we got to 3 no trump. Let's see. So they know that the dummy is going to come down 4-3-1-5, exactly 4-3-1-5 with a positive response to one club opening, and one spade it looks like was oh, a relay. Okay. All of these were relays. We don't know anything about the opening bidder's hand, as far as I can tell. Other than that, opposite a 4-3-1-5 hand, they were not interested in
Slam.
any sort of slam or a club game.
So I think Platnick did pretty well over a heart. 2 clubs, 2 hearts, 3 clubs. He didn't bid 3-0. I'm not sure Kevin Rosenberg would have sat for that, but he bid 3 hearts, treating his ace, jack, 10, 9, 6 as 7 of them, I guess. And his opponent bid 4 hearts, and that was that.
And
Do we
that's
know
in-
whether when he rebid 2 hearts that promised 6 as is a common treatment, or was it the default? So he could have only 5?
We don't know.
We do not know. They did not alert it, but
I do play that 2 hearts could be 5. If it
So
looks
do
like,
Over 2 clubs.
if it looks like the right bid, I play it shows 5.
Because almost everybody plays it, which could show 5 over 2 diamonds, but not necessarily over 2 clubs.
But I will teach you the secret of success. You always bid your 4-card major if you have the other one. So when it goes a heart, 2 diamonds, or 2 clubs, and you bid 2 hearts, and your partner bids 2 now, you can play 3 of the other majors,
Shortness.
shows 6 card suit,
Oh, a 6 card
choice of-
suit in your suit.
choice of games. And 3-0 says I only had 5. But that's just pretty sophisticated. All right, so they stopped in 3-0. This is
they
gonna
stopped in 3-0 without having said anything about the opening bidder. And Debbie found the 3 of hearts lead, which was good. And it looks like Max exited safely with a diamond.
Well, it would have been better for him to exit with play a low heart, setting up the hearts. But he didn't know how many anybody had. It's very hard to defend when they play a relay system and nobody knows who has what.
Yeah.
You never know what declarer has.
Well, Max was hoping for that holding that you had discussed earlier, where his partner could, because Debbie led the smallest heart.
No, I thought she led the 6.
No, she led the
She led the 3.
the
So
3.
yeah, he was hoping for Jack. He made the right play.
He made the right play. He was hoping that she could continue the suit through the East hand.
Right. That was a good try. The bridge is getting a little better.
Yeah.
So Brian Platnick had an interesting sort of match point / imps minimization problem here. If he took the finesse in hearts, he could make his contract if it was correct, or go down 2 if it was wrong. If he went up ace, which is what he did, he only could make his contract if West had the stiff queen left to fall under his ace, but he was only going to go down 1 if that was not right, most likely.
So why didn't they? I don't understand. He made this hand.
No, he went down 1.
He went down 1. He played a heart to the ace on the second round, sort of an 8 ever 9 never violation, absent other information. But he
Well-
held his losses in a vulnerable contract.
Well, he had to decide who had what. He needed the ace of spades right, he thought. Probably. I mean, it's a very complicated hand. He
Yeah.
could have put the spade off dummy a trick too.
Well, I suspect I'll probably get to a similar contract at the other table, and we'll try to analyze it more when we see it the second time, since we skipped it.
My prediction is that it will take some time to play that hand.
You're getting braver and braver with your predictions, huh?
I'll finish this. So at any rate, it's gone a diamond by Will, a spade overcall by North. I think I would have hit 2 spades. What do you think, Michael?
Yeah, not vol. Why not? Opposite a past partner.
Well, now how is it possible that it went 2 heart? Oh, 2 hearts and south to the 2-0.
Some kind of
Common
raise.
expert practice is that 2-0 in competition is a limit raise, 4 cards or more. So I think east-west are gonna bid to four hearts. And north might bid four spades by himself, which will be 500 light, right? He'll lose two clubs, two diamonds, two hearts.
Yeah, this is the problem
If
with
no-
balanced hands.
Well, if the opponents bid five hearts, though, they're they'll lose probably a diamond and a spade. They're on a diamond guess for six.
But on this auction, they might get it right.
No, because South will have shown a good hand. I don't think they'll get it right.
Yeah, and the entries are too annoying probably to get it right anyway.
So now Woolsey and Bramley are gonna relay their way, and I think they might get to four spades, but they might get to four hearts. Here's the problem with relays. You need to know sometimes where your partner's high cards are. So Woolsey's gonna find that his partner is 2-5-5-1, but he's not gonna know if he has the ace, king, queen, fifth of clubs or the ace, king of spades. He's not gonna know anything. He'll be in 3-0, he won't
But
know.
wouldn't you like to be in your 9-card fit regardless of which two cards they are from your partner in spades?
Yes. So he'll probably end up, but he will still not know if he has a slam or not. His partner could have the king, queen of hearts with the same hand, and he'll have a cold slam. The king, queen of hearts instead of in other words, ace, king,
Yeah.
queen,
A 13
slam,
count.
cold. Or ace, queen, king, queen. You rough a diamond with the queen of spades and you draw a trump and claim.
Hmm.
So the question is how much information he will get, at what time he will get it. So he's bid two clubs, and it went two hearts, which showed something. Two spades, which was a relay, so Woolsey's going to be playing it. Three hearts, which I assume showed 2-5-5-1. And now we'll see what happens. Is that what three hearts showed? It wasn't, yeah. You could see the alerts, I can't.
This is exceptional expert commentary is all I have to say when the commentary is two hearts showed something. Helping our watchers out here, Dad.
Some
yeah, I mean, the
5-card
point-
side suit.
I think two hearts showed five clubs.
No, it showed any 5-card side suit.
Two spades
Three-
had
Three hearts showed 5 clubs. Come on, Dad, get with
and
it.
what distribution?
5 clubs and 0 or 1 diamond.
Oh, so he knows. But he could be looking at 1-5-6-1 or 1-6-5-1.
It could be 1-6-5-1 or 1-7-5.
So
Something.
three spades asked.
And now he's known to be 2-5-1-5.
Right, he still doesn't know if he has ace, queen, doubleton, king, queen, fifth, 1 and 5, or anything else. Or he doesn't know if his partner has ace, king, queen, fifth of clubs, he doesn't know anything. He knows his partner has 2-5-1-5, he'll probably make a non-forcing slam try in spades, I have to guess. But how is Bramley ever gonna know what's good? He'll know the ace, king, and spades are good. This is one of with relay, you lose a lot when your partner needs to know where you are. Oh, so 4 diamonds is a relay to 4 hearts to get out.
All right, I'll be back in just a second.
And it's gonna go 4 hearts and it's gonna go 4 spades. So Woolsey is giving up on the perfect slam hand for slam. So they could have been cold for a slam and nobody would have known.
Well,
They could have been cold. They could have had ace, queen, doubleton, king, queen, fifth, 1 little, 5 little, and that was a slam. And Bramley, Woolsey has chosen to play the 5-3 instead of the
6-2,
instead of the 7-2,
7-2.
which surprises the hell out of me too. So now this will slow down the play. At the other table, it's going to get exciting. It's going to got a diamond 2-no trump, and the south hand has a nice diamond fit, but he also has spades. I like to play double here as a negative double, showing 4 spades, but not everybody believes in that. I think South will do something,
Well, it's certainly gonna do something.
right?
Here's a huge diamond fit.
Right.
and a 10 count.
And
He's gonna do
East-West-
something.
East-West will keep bidding up to at least 5 clubs.
So many people play something called unusual over unusual here. A convention to counter the 2-no trump overcall and make use of all those bids now that they've given your side so many qubits to play with. Sounds like Dad prefers a variant where he gets to bid.
I prefer what you play. 3 clubs, 3 clubs would show a good diamond hand. 3 hearts would show a good spade hand, something like that.
But that would show 5
But I would
spades,
play
right?
double, would show 4 spades in any decent hand. Because I can't let them steal my 4 spade fit.
So after all
Oftentimes-
this relaying, they wound up in 4 hearts instead of 4 spades?
Yeah, Dad pointed that
You
out.
told me that they were gonna get to their 7-2 fit, Mike, you lied.
We've been wrong about predicting all of the Bramley Wolsey results.
None of the predictions at this table have been right. We're good anti-indicators.
Yeah, whatever we
You
say,
wanna-
they'll do the opposite.
But you know, we're seeing all 4 hands and they're not.
Well, wait a second.
They knew that it was a 2-5-1.
Woolsey knew his partner was 2-5-5, and if his
I
partner,
was just giving him a
if his
little
partner
out.
had 5 little hearts and the ace king of clubs, there go his hearts. I'm surprised that Woolsey didn't get to 4 spades.
Well, there's also excitement on the left here
Yes.
because Will Watson, knowing his partner had clubs, was understandably excited.
Right. And it's
Double
gonna,
fit.
it's gonna go 5 clubs past 5 diamonds. I mean, South's gonna bid 5 diamonds.
It looks like he doubled unless I'm missing something.
No, he doubled.
He doubled that. That's strange.
And there it stood. 5
Well-
clubs doubled.
So declarer will lose 2 spades and heart. It'll be a quick hand, and north-south could have bid 5 diamonds, and then east-west could have bid 5 hearts, which they can get a club ruff against and beat him 2. So I think par is 5 hearts doubled down 2. But this is where they've.
Well,
I'm
if you want to
surprised-
do real par, can't they bid to 5 spades and make 5 spades?
Yeah, there's a diamond rough floating around, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Diamond rough club back.
Or just a club?
And then the,
Yeah,
Handling and
so. I
handling.
think par will be 5 hearts down 1. This is beating par.
And
And,
then
oh, by the way, while they're at it, when they play a heart to the king and the ace, they better start playing spades. Meanwhile, Bramley is wondering what the heck he's doing playing hearts when 4 spades would have been a piece of baklava. Platnick will play a low spade now, I predict. He can play any spade he wants. He better play a spade. So Bramley is playing the hand the way I suggested he play at the other table. But, and now he's gonna survive this. So he's got 8 tricks in and he's got to take 2 hard tricks without holding.
Right.
But I'm quite surprised that they didn't get there. The 4 spades.
The 4
Like
spades.
Michael too. Okay, the last board is on the table on board 45, which is good because mom wants to eat.
It's well past your dinner time.
It's past their
my
bedtime.
bedtime. Yeah.
So the south hand.
But this feels like the old Zoom meetings,
So,
guys.
so how would you feel about, well, if you had the south hand and would dealer, would you open that 2 clubs? And you're gonna make
Uh,
a jack of hearts.
I
No,
probably
Very
wouldn't. I don't
Definition.
think I
right?
would.
Now, Platnick will Michaels. Because he does have 5 hearts, and if his partner insists on hearts, that's just fine. Now, Will Watson will use Dana's convention to show clubs, right, Dana?
My convention.
Unusual over unusual.
A very good convention. I'm glad that I'm getting credited with it. That's really good for me.
That's good for your brand.
Yeah.
There must be
Did you,
royalty.
did you invent that?
So he's with 3 clubs. Is that forcing or non-forcing?
For me, that's non-forcing, but I don't know if they play it the same way.
Well, he has a 10 count.
It's, yeah, so 3 clubs non-forcing is fine. And will Kevin bid 3 hearts, the youth of America? He
Got a
better
pretty,
not, because he can get too high if he does that. Who could blame Brian for playing him for a key card?
Ah, there he goes.
Well,
Young
he needs more than one
players
key
bid
card.
more.
Yeah, but the good news is it's gonna go past and Platnick now
Qubit.
Yeah,
Cuban.
remind me how many aces are in the deck, Dad?
Yeah, well, if they get to.
And-
Oh,
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
Well,
He's gonna bid,
fast
he's gonna use key card. I see what you're saying.
Right, he's gonna be able to cube it, which is better. Cause now he won't get to the 5 level, probably.
He might bid over 4 hearts.
He won't bid over 4 hearts. His partner can't possibly, if he bids 4 clubs, if his partner has 2 key cards, he's gonna bid 4 diamonds. It's impossible for him not to have 2 key cards. I think Platnick will bid 4 clubs.
Have you been right yet today?
No, he might bid 3 spades. He might bid 4 hearts. How the hell do I know? He might try anything. So par is 5 diamonds doubled, losing 2 spades and a diamond. And I think that's about it. The heart goes on the club before they can rough in. Platnick only bid 4 hearts. Wow. But he's gonna have a good result. Because.
You've seen Kevin bid before.
So he's a pessimist. Billy might have been just 6 hearts without even,
I would have been
Checking
4
for
clubs
aces.
myself. So you see at the other table, they did bid 3-0. And 3-0 has a chance of making, but North bid 4 hearts, which is going to be unlikely to make, but I guess it could make on a real good day. 3-0 would have gotten a diamond lead to the Jack and the King, a club to the Jack, and they might have made it. A heart to the Ace and a club to the 10. Easy game. So they must have played that 3-0 showed 2 hearts showed 6. At the other table,
how
I
many
thi-
boards behind are they? 3?
they're 3 boards behind.
Right, so they did a good job at of not getting too excited, as you mentioned, with those cards, because they did not have safety on the 5 level, it turns out.
Right, but McAllister and Watson misjudged by not getting to 5 diamonds or 5 clubs even. So that's not a good result. I'm still surprised that Platnick didn't try, but he figured if Kevin had 2 key cards, he would have been 4 hearts himself.
So it was the same contract on the right and on the same lead in the other table. But Brian Platnick won the diamond in his hand to play a club up. He played a club to the Jack and Ace. Then McAllister back to spade. Platnick played the king to the ace.
And now we
The queen of spades was cashed and a diamond was played. So now that was the situation where Declare found himself.
So the defense could have just beaten him by playing 3 rounds of spades.
Yes.
And Declare always could have made it by playing a low spade. And East always could have beaten it by shifting to the Jack of spades.
So maybe Platnick took the inference then when he played heart to the king, heart to the ace, that West could not have, that West probably had 2, because otherwise he could have just back to heart, but back to spade, forced the issue.
That's a very good inference on everything. So now the defense has its way, they can play the jack of spades and beat it, for sure. Now, if they play a low spade, the play is still in. This is also a good idea to know what your count card is when you shift. Like you shift to the 2 of spades from 4 or 5. So he shifted to the 5 of spades, which is a card that nobody can read. And now Max can make it by playing low. But why would he? Oh, he did. So Max played low. And now he's in position to make it.
If he picks up the hearts, which is good luck to him.
Well, he's now Woolsey's going to play another spade. And Max is going to wonder why he's trying to tap the dummy. One thing we know for sure, he's going to lead the jack of hearts and Woolsey's going to duck it. So the defense has not been pristine. But now Declarer will also wonder why the defense went this way. The defense could have always beat him. So this is
Difficult to play the jack of spades through.
This is one of those, who knows what's going on? Larry, he can't get back to his hand, right? Larry's right. He can't get back to his hand.
Right.
Oh, so there's no play.
There's a promotion.
He can't get his third round back to his hand.
Right. So he has to sort of play
I
it the
hate,
normal
him when
way.
I hate him when he's always right. So he's gonna. You think
He has to
do
play
that?
low with king one.
He'll play a heart to the king and a heart to the ace, or the other way.
Well, that's disappointing.
But Bramley should have shifted to the jack of spades, and I think Shireson should have played the king of spades.
He was definitely watching when I said nice things about him earlier, right? In between all of the work I was doing for
Why
him.
don't you check?
Larry, wait a second. What does it mean you're fired?
He couldn't do that with all of the Berkowitzes here.
You couldn't fire the rest of you?
Isn't it past his bedtime?
Past mine.
Isn't there a Yankee game on that he's watching or something? He does notice that it says Bridge with Larry Cohen behind you, Mike.
Yeah, I'm doing my advertising.
So Shireson should not get the hearts right.
So Michael, are you jealous? I have an 8 a.m. tea time.
Oh,
Not
Larry says he thinks he's the only one watching.
that's not true. Other people are watching.
What?
I mean, at least Michael Rosenberg is probably watching. I don't know if he's listening.
Oh, one can only hope not.
He might be playing. Maybe he's playing.
I don't know. I think our Marvin is watching.
Should we do shout outs now? Shout out to Marvin. Marvin
Hey,
Denhoff,
Marvin.
you're out there.
Here.
Everyone watching gets $1 from us. Is that how that works?
Shout out to Cynthia Huang, who I believe might be watching. We appreciate you.
We love you. We appreciate you. I think Tracy Bauer.
I think Rosie and Billy are paying us off for being here the other 2 nights. They might be watching.
Rosie
if
and
they
Billy
can get their
Pollock,
internet, yeah, if they can get their internet working, they're here.
Roseanne Pollock, of course, is a leading women's player. She represented the United States at the last World Championships. She's playing on Mom's team. A longtime close friend. Billy Pollock is a past president of the World Bridge Federation, or at least the USBF, maybe.
Not the World Federation.
Okay, not the World Bridge Federation. That's usually Europeans.
They don't like
Also
him.
a fine player and a bridge statesman.
And playing in his first Wednesday professional.
Recently relocated to Florida, where there's a very exciting bridge game that happens for money on Wednesdays for those who are interested in losing their money. Or
Oh
at
yeah,
least
come,
trying.
come and
trying
play. They
their
need new
efforts.
blood. If you're interested in playing in that game, I'm sure they take you.
And they relocated to Florida as of May 1st. That is today, everybody.
Okay, wait, there's
For all
bridge
of you
happening
working
here
at the
though.
IRS, for all of you working at the IRS, this is the date that they moved from New York
They,
to
they
Florida.
have moved to Florida as of May 1st.
So I think Debbie will bid two spades over a diamond.
All right, back to
I
the
think
bridge.
two spades
I'm gonna
is
go
small.
stand by that.
See,
So the
you can't
question
get by
is-
David.
Well, she might bid a spade, but two spades.
Oh, wow.
She-
Pass.
oh my God. That I don't understand. If I ever did that with Mextroth, he would
He
fire.
would
him as-
shoot him.
Shoot,
Metcalf would bid three spades.
Well, let's not talk about that.
he would absolutely kill me.
Yeah.
Because we
He's-
have to bid on every hand.
Every
I said
hand,
every hand. He said, well,
almost every
maybe
hand.
not every hand, but every hand.
So
Every
now they
hand
get to
that looks
have a
like
nice
this.
constructive auction to four hearts. Two-way check back.
You know what? Metro would say. Despite everything, Debbie is still a girl.
Yes.
That's-
He would not.
He would say,
appreciate-
despite how wonderful a player she is, at the bottom of her heart, she's still a lady.
If I were him, I would not say that to Debbie's face.
I don't
Yeah,
think he will.
I'm with you.
I don't think he will either.
So I don't know if
But
he would
it is what
actually
he
say
is
that.
thinking.
Mom, of all the people to get someone in trouble, you are the one getting Jeff Mextroth in trouble?
Well,
So at any rate, they're gonna get to four hearts.
in the nicest of ways.
South will probably lead the queen of clubs, if I had to guess.
So Dana, I know you would 100% bid. I would not 100% bid, but
She
that's-
would be between two spades and three spades.
One
No,
spade feels like
I
it's an
like-
okay compromise.
What do you guys feel about overcalling just one spade on that hand? You know, getting
That's what
in
they
with
did
your.
the other table.
That's what
I-
Kevin
I
did.
think one spade is fine. I think I might have
I
done
like
that.
to take up room. I'm white on red.
Oh, you are white and red. Yeah, maybe two.
No, it's white. Okay, one spade.
One spade is okay.
One spade. If I was favorable, I would bid two spades. So Bramley is now gonna take a little time. He's gonna draw trump.
You know what Dad said to me the first time we ever played? If I
Uh-oh.
don't
Is this
overcall
suitable
on
for
the
public?
one
Wait, whoa, whoa,
level,
whoa. Is this suitable for public consumption?
Yeah.
absolutely. If I don't
Okay.
overcall on the one level, you can't lead that suit. So
This is
in
a very helpful rule when we're thinking about what to lead against one no trump and partner hasn't overcalled a spade.
right,
Very,
exactly right.
very useful.
You know, for a while, Larry and I were way up in the lead statistics. And I said, you must be a good leader. And I said, no, you must be a good leader. He says, no, we both lead our partner's suit and we both bid on every hand to tell our partner to lead. And when we don't bid a suit, we don't lead it. And that's a
Yeah.
very good way of thinking about it.
That was the first bit of advice he gave me as a complete beginner. Was if I
Right,
don't
when it goes-
overcall at the one level, don't lead
When
that
it goes a
suit.
diamond pass, a heart pass, a no trump, all pass, don't go leading a spade from three little, because I ain't got it.
You know, Dan and I both play with Alex Perlin, who's a lovely person and also started our partnership by saying, Michael, you have to help me. I am the world's worst opening leader. Whatever you do, doesn't matter. If you're trying to get me to the right lead, it's fine. Like, just do it all of the time. Make those leads doubles. And
That's
it really,
because he is such a wonderful person.
he's a wonderful
Other
person and a
people
great
would say
partner.
other things.
And that's the great mentality of partnership is, you know, when your partner makes a bad lead, it's a little bit your fault. So try to help them
Absolutely.
No, it's always your fault.
out.
Well, it's not your fault if you would have gone for 800. But it
Oh.
is your fault usually at the one level.
This was a push.
So I note that we're running out of time a little bit, at least on the scheduled timing. And I had understood or seen maybe at some point that this trials might have a new format, sort of like a chess clock format where each side gets a certain amount of time. And then even if the table finishes on time, but that side has taken over their allocated number of minutes, they would get penalized anyway, which is a if true, is a pretty big change in how it's been working, where traditionally only trouble happens if the table is behind, and then there's an allocation of responsibility at that point.
Well,
Right.
we have
30
Chris-
years ago, Bobby Wolf used to say, if Norman Kay is playing slow, why do I have to play fast to catch him up? He always would object to that. By the way, you'll see at this table, it's gone 2-0 also. Bramley finally got to preempt.
So Chris, are you on? Because if you are, you could talk to that, because I don't know what to clarify exactly how much.
Aren't you on the board?
I don't know what the rules are.
Dan is on the board, isn't she?
No,
No, but that is an interesting change. I'm just curious about how much the penalty is.
Well, you know,
And if it's-
if you go to the USFBF website, they probably have it.
Dana, do you know it?
I don't know. I would be very excited if Chris or Jan could confirm, or maybe Maya could confirm. That was a very popular rule change in my home. So where everybody has had the exact same reaction that Dad has always said, you know, the slower players shouldn't have to impose their slowness on the table. It
Yeah.
should be
Right.
everybody's
For
responsibility.
those who don't know, Dana lives with two cats who are expert bridge players, but very impatient. And
It turns
also
out,
Chris Willenkin, who is much more patient.
there was a famous hand somewhere along the line where the director was hovering 40 years ago. And East was playing the hand, and North-South were in time trouble. And East could have claimed 4 spades, but he was playing for an overtrick, thereby putting his opponents in a penalty situation. And it was the big to-do about that. And why should East not play for an overtrick when it was their opponent's fault? And it led to a lot of acrimony.
Right, so this change would fix that. It is always the partnership's responsibility, and it's not the opponent's problem, which is a very nice change from my perspective.
Could hurt my team.
Also, with tablets, you can always tell when somebody is huddled. Because
That's true.
I can't tell you how many times they say, I didn't huddle. What do you mean you didn't huddle? The director comes to the table and they say, I didn't huddle, I bid in perfect tempo. And they said, well, there's no meeting of the minds, you didn't huddle. But meanwhile, with the tablets, they can say it took you 90 seconds to bid. What do you mean you didn't huddle?
Meanwhile, in the actual bridge that's happening, this is what you predicted might happen.
But they didn't lead their singleton.
But they
So
did
it's
not
a
lead.
push.
That 5
Jan
hearts down
confirms-
2 is the par result, but here, because of the
So,
failure
who-
to lead the singleton.
This match is not over yet. It's only the half.
oh, this is
This
I
is the
think-
half. You
no,
can come
no,
back.
this
Oh,
tomorrow.
this is 3/4, but
3/4.
Three
It's
quarters.
3/4.
You can come back.
What, no,
tomorrow.
you can watch it tonight. Not.
Is it a one-day match, team,
It's a
or is
one-day-
it a 2-day match?
I think it's a 1-day match.
I thought it was a 2-day match. You can look on the score sheet.
All right,
I'm sorry to interrupt. It's Mike Camel here, but it's a 2-day match,
Oh,
number
thank
one,
you, Mike.
according to the USBF. Also, I think he's going down 2 anyway in 5 hearts.
Oh, yeah.
I
you
don't
can't-
see, he's got to get a spade rough in order to get out for down 1, and I don't see it.
Yeah, you can't get it. You're
Hi,
right.
Michael
yeah.
Campbell.
Hi, everybody.
Nice
I'm
nice
here.
to talk with you.
Larry just
Yes,
told me not
I
to
used to-
also.
I was listening away here because I'm here for the next set or something. But
Well, I hope
it's
you
very
have-
nice to listen to you all. Yeah,
Mhm.
so.
Hope you have less technical problems than we did, but you're right. He can maneuver a spade rough without losing a club.
Right. And he's probably scared to death here for, in a second that things are gonna go, if the hearts are 4-1 or something, could be really
Yeah,
bad.
But
I
how-
don't quite understand why both Souths doubled to no trump. I would have thought this was a limit raise kind of thing in diamonds. to show.
Yes, but I've learned this from Santi. He said
Yeah.
you want to play in double is negative for 4 spades. And get back.
Oh, okay. Otherwise you can't find that fit. I get it.
Otherwise, you lose your 4 fifths. So that's actually a very good treatment.
Sure. Well, then if that were the case, it's even possible North could have, bid to 5 spades, which
Well,
I
he's
don't know
not
how,
gonna do it. I don't
They-
see how he's gonna do that so quick.
right,
But,
you're right. And
we
they
were
they
thinking the
could beat
five
five
spades has a
spades also,
problem.
I think. So,
And
yeah.
Max actually did well by playing, not playing spades. He could have easily played 3 rounds of spades there, but he
Yeah.
didn't.
Right,
He didn't. He defended well. There's been some pretty good plays sometimes on this hand. But at any rate,
Yeah.
you should consider playing that's what it
the
chose.
double is focused on the spades, on the
Double
fours,
says
yeah,
I have
sure,
4 spades. Anything else is not important.
right, I see,
Anything else you can get back to later. If
right,
you have 5 spades, you could show them right away, one way or
Right.
the other. But it's the 4th
Okay.
spade fit that has gone the way of all flesh if you don't.
that's a good one, that's a good one. See, I learned something, I'm 62 years old, I learned something every day here.
Well, you might play double says I want to get them. Or you might
Right,
play,
that's the way I've always played. The double is I want to get him, and the other way you have to maneuver, you pass and double or something like that. I don't know,
right. There's a lot of different ways to play it.
Right,
There's a lot of good ways to play it, but I think Santi was the one who said you have to play this in his
Sure.
experience. And I mean, he's 110 years old. His experience, you have to be
Right.
able to show
Well,
force.
I trust him. If there's anyone out there I would trust, yes,
Trust him too. I think that's a good thought.
right. So now the question is, can East West find the bid on over 4 hearts?
Well, it's gonna go like it went at the other table, right? 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, 3 clubs of some sort.
Right, of some sort, yeah. No,
Oh.
it didn't.
Well,
Wrong
Max,
New
again,
action
Berkowitz.
introduced. Right.
well, I'll tell you this much, don't double max in a 1 level up. But now the opponents, Bramley's gonna bid 2 diamonds and Woolsey might be able to save in 5 diamonds.
Right. Right,
At the other table, the auction got up too fast.
yeah. Well, once North knew about the hearts, he was, well, when a diamond, 2 diamonds, 3 clubs, 3 hearts, yeah.
So they play 2 clubs as not forcing. They play non-forcing 2 bids, non-forcing
Right.
2 for 1. But now that Bramley has bid 2 diamonds, I don't think there's any way that Woolsey is not bidding 5.
What
Well-
should South's gonna bid what,
South's
4
gonna bid
hearts
4
now or
hearts.
something? 4
He's
hearts.
got to bid 4 hearts. There's
Yes,
no choices of 4 hearts or 4 spades, I guess.
right.
He said, inviting a third option.
Yeah, he could bid 2 hearts. Oh, there, he bid 4 hearts.
4 hearts.
I think Woolsey's now going to bid 5 diamonds. And that's going to be 200 and another 9 or 10 imps to Bramley.
Is it only 200? Let's see.
Yeah, before you play your 3rd round.
Yeah, you get to play, you're right. You get to play a lot of, all those
This time, I'm
clubs.
pretty sure you don't have to.
You're
pay.
right. He
Oh,
didn't bid. He didn't
Woolsey
bid.
didn't bid. Jesus Christ, what is the world coming to? Woolsey didn't bid. Well, he was You think Bramley's gonna come back with 5 clubs now?
No, I don't think so. The other table had a chance because it went, after your 3 club bid is who maybe you could, I don't know. But he
No, it
didn't.
went 3 clubs, 3 hearts past 4 hearts. What's to know not to bid?
Right,
No,
Right.
this is too hard. The Bramley and Woolsey had the way to do it.
you're right.
And Becker would have the way to do it too. It would go 2 diamonds weak, 3 diamonds, 5 diamonds.
Right.
You play Becker, probably 2 bids.
Yeah, that's true.
You would have no trouble.
Yeah. That's right. Get those preamps in. They can be sound sometimes. Michael taught me it's good to put down a good dummy sometimes.
Believe me, I played with you many times. Nobody ever put down a better dummy than you. Every possible occasion. Mike
Yeah.
Campbell always put down an extra king, usually an extra ace, occasionally only one, and always an extra trump. You can count on things.
I try to have my bids. What can I say?
You're old fashioned and we love you.
Yeah. No, well, that's very nice.
You're the new Norman
The
King.
feeling is mutual. It's a love fest here on Vugraph, and Yes.
Well, some of us are, related to each other. So we're supposed to love each other.
Well, they have no choice. They have to be
Yeah.
nice to me.
Sure.
So much love. So just one thing, going back to the question we had about the chess clock format, that's now been added to the conditions of contest, which are posted on the USBF's website. We don't have an answer yet from the directors about whether and to what degree it's being enforced at the table.
Fascinating. All right.
So a
Well,
little news update.
Yeah. Let's see if any match swings on this chess clock stuff would be great, huh?
You think it's great. I think it's horrible.
I'm
But
kidding.
Yeah, he thinks it's terrible.
I should think it's good because I'm a fast player.
Yeah, me too, but I still don't think it's good. Right.
Well, how about a baseball game swinging on the pitch clock?
Yeah, that's true. Although
pitch clock is great.
I will say, David, I went to a ball game. It went like this, it's all right. It's not so
2
bad.
hours and 22 minutes.
Minutes, right?
Now, if they get rid of the 3 minutes commercials between innings,
Right.
we could finish in an hour and 45.
You're right.
So they shaved an hour off baseball games this year, right? They used to be over 3 hours,
I think more like half an hour.
Half an hour, yeah.
half an hour.
Half
Wow.
an hour. It's a big difference. It is a big difference. There's no question. Yeah,
And it's good.
But they still have.
I'm with you. Yeah.
They still have the extra inning starting with runners on second base, which is an aberration.
Yeah, right. We old timers don't like that. I'm with you. All right, let's claim that's that.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait a
Well,
second.
good luck
You're
on
a
the last
youngster.
quarter.
You're a
Thank you.
youngster compared to me.
Yeah.
Night,
You're a
everybody.
youngster.
Good night, family.
Okay.
Say hi to Gary.
Right.
Good night.
Okay.
Good
Good
night,
night. So long. Thank you. See you.
So long, Michael. Great to
Right,
see
bye.
family.
Good to
Yes.
see you.
Sorry for all I
All
missed.
right. Good luck to all the family who's playing in this.
Right. Good luck to you all. Yeah.
Bye.
All right.
Hello, Greg.
Hi, can you